I'm kind of looking for London's answer to Ryan Reynolds. So,
I love it.
because tall, dark and handsome is such a beige answer.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Single Sounds. My name is Katie Mack and I'm the host and creator of this original interactive dating podcast that you can be a part of. There are two ways you can join in. One, write in to date the guest, or two, be a guest yourself. This week's character is not shy in admitting she is looking for London's answer to Ryan Reynolds. She's looking for funny Instagram captions, wit, charm and intelligence. She loves a laugh and believes in being anything in life other than boring, even if that is being attracted to ankles.
Let's begin.
Okay, hi, welcome to Single Sounds.
Oh, thank you for having me on.
You're welcome. Let's start with your profile. Who, what, where? So who are you sexually attracted to?
I am sexually attracted to men.
Love it. And what are you looking for?
I'm kind of looking for London's answer to Ryan Reynolds. So,
Love it.
because tall, dark and handsome is such a beige answer. So
Yeah.
I want someone who is charming, witty, like, are their Instagram captions hilarious? Like, are they clever? Are they intelligent?
Yeah, nice.
Like, yeah, just funny, charming, handsome. You know, we can't limit that one out.
Yeah.
But yeah, London's answer to Ryan Reynolds. So if that's you, get in touch.
Do you think you're Ryan Reynolds? Do you have any height, age preferences? Ryan's quite old.
Ryan's quite daddy. No, I would say I am 28.
Okay.
So someone similar age, or a bit older. Maybe they're like around about the 30 mark, I'd say.
Yeah.
Is that sweet spot of like someone who isn't still in their like boyish days,
Yeah.
but someone who's not like marry me tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's a fine balance.
Yeah, there is.
So I'm trying to find the balance in the middle.
Yeah, they'll be happy to date you for a few years.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can like work it out,
Exactly,
go a bit
exactly.
slow, but then also you don't want them to take like 10 years
Exactly.
to be ready.
Very true. Very true.
Love it. Okay, and how about where?
London, like I live south, but I work in like central. And I used to live in North London, so I'm not picky. She's
picky.
not picky.
Doesn't have
Although
to
I
be.
clearly am. You must be Ryan Reynolds. I'm joking. Ryan, if you're listening.
Oh, if Ryan's listening.
Yeah, we can just stop this right now. I'm joking.
Made it.
No, Blake Lively, we can't do that to her.
No,
She's a
honestly,
queen.
and their relationship is like my
it's
favourite
goals.
thing. Yeah.
Oh, it's goals.
I love how they take the piss out of each other.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So
Yeah.
I want someone who's like going to roast me a little. Like
Not
ideally
for Ryan Reynolds, you'd travel.
I'd fly. I just, as long as it doesn't take me like over an hour and a half to get to you.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe an hour. We all live in London. Anything over half an hour feels like a million years. So
Yeah, it
let's
does.
say within a half hour commute.
I'm excited about your warm-up game.
Oh my gosh, I am really kicking myself for choosing it. But I thought, look, we've got to start off with a bang. And I imagine most people don't do it.
They don't.
Yeah.
And-
So I was like, come on. I did a lot of performing back in the day. So I feel like I've got to. I am going to do a celebrity impersonation. You look like the 4th of July. Makes me want a hot dog real bad.
Oh,
You know
wait,
who it is.
I know who that is.
You know who it is.
I do. But
And
no,
I'm
wait.
taking the dog.
Wait. Oh my God, I'm so shit at celebrity names, but I know exactly who
You know
it is.
who it is.
I know who it is.
She's very famous at the
so
moment.
famous at the moment because of White Lotus. But my name is escaping me.
But I'm glad
Jennifer.
that- yes.
Fucking what's her surname?
Coolidge.
Yes.
Another
And-
icon.
But that's in when she does Bend and Snap.
Yes, it's Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde. Oh,
A
okay.
classic.
I
A
knew.
classic.
I'm just
There you go.
rubbish, but yeah.
Yes, no, thank you. Well, you knew it. You knew it. I saw it in your
I
eyes.
was like, I know who this is. I love that move.
The frustration. You're like,
I could picture her face so well because
Yeah.
like
The
my
Botox.
TikTok at the moment is all just like
yeah.
White Lotus and
Yeah.
Jennifer impressions.
her award acceptance.
Yeah.
The recent one, I can't remember, is it Golden Globes?
Yes,
Or- yeah.
Yeah.
When she was like, do you want me to do a solemn one? It was.
You're really good at her voice though.
Thank
You
you.
could be on those TikToks because
Oh,
that's what I
thank you.
listen to. It's like
New
people
career.
impersonating her.
Yeah.
There's this little kid, like I got a little boy. He's fantastic.
Oh, it's a good one. You
That was
kind of
very
have to
good.
like do like the Botoxy lip.
Okay, let me know your best dating story.
Okay, so I wanted to do some comical dating stories because I have a few up my sleeve. This one is Hope and Anchor Horror. So
It's like their movie clips. I love it.
just a little
Hope
teaser.
and Anchor horror.
The Hope and Anchor horror.
Right.
And I should start by saying I was like fresh out of a classic London situationship. And so this was like my first date, like my first Hinge date probably.
Okay.
And he was like, hi, great. Can't wait to meet you. Yep, let's do drinks this Saturday night, like Hope and Anchor. I'll meet you, like we'll do like early afternoon, we'll go to the pub garden. And I was like, great. So I'd never been to the Hope and Anchor before.
No,
So I was like, yeah,
maybe.
great, let's go. So I was like, great, okay, I'm there. And I'm like, I'm here. I'm the blonde girl sat like, what do you want to drink? And he was like, I'm also here. And I was like, oh, where are you? And he was like, oh, you might not recognize me because I just had a haircut. I was like, oh gosh, what are you wearing? And he was like, well, I'm sat right by the door. Where are you? And I was like, I'm sat right by the door. Where are you? Like, I can't see a guy with a buzz cut anywhere. Like, where are you? And he was like, the Crown and Anchor, right? And I was like, no, you said Hope and Anchor. And it's got the because it's got the beer garden you were talking about. He was like, oh, I did. I'm so sorry. So he was like, wait there. Please wait there. I'm so sorry. This is my bad. Like, I'm getting in an Uber now. So by this point, I've been sat there for like 20 minutes, like back and forthing with him with a drink. Like, I'm like slowly sipping because I was like, I don't want to look like a loser just like sat in this pub. And
yeah, that's a good option to get the drink.
Yeah, I was like, get the drink. Like, I'm a grown woman. I can have a drink by myself.
Chill, yeah.
And then this pub as well, I should say, is like, it's quite a vibey pub. Like it gets a bit rowdier as the hours go on. So by this point, it's starting to fill up. Like there's some sport going on outside. So like the lads are, it's clearly half time and they're getting the pints in. So I was like, oh, it's getting a bit busier. He arrives like 20 minutes after that. So I've been alone for like 40, 45 minutes.
Right.
I'm feeling like a lemon.
Definitely had one drink.
I've had one drink. And obviously I had a pre-date drink first.
Yeah.
To take the edge off. I was like, here we go.
I love how many people do that. It's so funny.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's
like
needed.
A pre-date shot. Like needed. Liquid courage. And so I'm like 2 drinks in. So I'm, getting tipsy. He arrives in like a whirlwind. He's like, I'm so sorry. Let me get you a drink. And I was like, okay, great. He queues up, he gets the drink. We sit down outside. I'm like, oh, finally, like an hour into this first date, I meet this date. Perfect. Within 2 seconds of sitting down, he tips his entire pint over his lap.
No.
The entire thing right over his crotch. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, shall I go get, some napkins? And he was like, no, it's totally fine. Like, I'm just going to go and get another drink. The pub has filled up even more by this point. So the queue for the bar is like 4 people deep and I'm alone again. After so long.
You don't want to go queue with him.
No.
Like, what are you going to do?
And then it was like, we had like to get a table. So it was like, the whole thing was a disaster, poor guy. So, but eventually he sat down, but then, it's a Clapham pub. So someone from school comes up and is like, oh my God, hello, how are you doing? Who's this? And you're like, oh gosh, this is a bit awkward. Just a friend. And then like he had a friend come over, and in the end I was like, this is horrific. I'm so sorry. So yeah, safe to say nothing. When we actually got talking, he was great and fine and charming and really fun. So nothing against him. It was just a catalogue of errors. There was that one. And then there was, look, date is a very loose term. I was on a night out and met this very handsome man, I should caveat this with my behaviour during this date in inverted commas was not ideal. I get back to his and I'm wearing, those like very trendy, like long puffer jackets all girls have at the moment. I was wearing mine because
you're trendy.
I am so trendy. So I was wearing this and I was like, hooned, like absolutely hooned, like, and get up to his room, coat still on, and I look like a ginormous penguin, like I look like a drunk penguin, and he has a keyboard, and I should again caveat this with I don't play piano.
Oh no.
So I'm like, tinkle on the ivories. Also, it's a very much plastic keyboard, but there we go. And I'm literally there doing like chopsticks, like like literally like the worst piano. I then fall into the keyboard. Now his keyboard is on top of a chest of drawers. So I fall into the keyboard, into the chest of drawers, and I break the leg. So all the drawers come out. So literally I was like, oh God, like this like overgrown drunk penguin. And then I was like trying to push the drawers in. And when I pushed push one in, another one would pop out and I'd push the other one. And I was like, do you have a hammer? Where's your toolkit?
Yeah.
And for some, again, strange reason, the guy is like, here you go. And he just produces his hammer. And I'm like, do all boys just have a toolkit by their bed?
Yeah, maybe.
If so, fit. And he like hands this drunk girl the hammer. And I start trying to like bash the leg back in to like balance it out. And obviously it's not working. He's like, just go and stand over there. Like, you're going to poke your eye out. Like, be like, come on, I'll fix it in the morning. Don't worry about it. And then he's got one of those standing desks. So what does the drunk, oversized penguin woman in his room do? And I'm like, look at this. Brrr, like going up and down. And I was like, look at it. You can do this all day. And he was like, are you for real? Like, how old are you? And I was like, oh God. So yeah, that wasn't me at my best. And a real
Just
shame.
very overexcited about the whole room.
Very overexcited. I really made myself at home there. So to that boy, if you're listening, and there's only one person in the entire world that could possibly be, I'm so sorry. And I actually really am sorry because you were really fit and nice. So that's my fault. That's my bad. But there we go. We're not perfect, are we?
You're just so excited for the whole
so
day.
excited.
Okay, I'm interested in this one. What are you weirdly attracted to?
Oh yeah, I was having a think about this, and there's two. I was like, there's obvious things that people attract me. Obvious. I'm like, this is about me. We like nice eyes and arms, but I really love a bespectacled man. I love a man who has glasses. I love a visually impaired man. I find them really fit.
Yeah.
Like I really do.
As long as they're good glasses though.
Yeah, good glasses. But like really fit.
Yeah.
So I do quite like a man in glasses. And then one of my friends pointed out to me, they're like, we've noticed that you like every guy you fancy will like point out on the street and you're like, oh, fit. If you look down, he's got his ankles out, like, or he's not wearing any socks. Like, so I'm like,
It's the ankles.
It's the ankles. It's the ankles for me. And I don't know
Is it like
why,
the rolled
but
up
it is
jean?
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is true. Like if
It's
you
very
most
stylish at the
guys,
moment.
very, very on trend. And as we have learned earlier, I am a trendy girl. I'm a slave to a trend. Yeah, if you look down their feet, I'm like, oh yeah. And it's weird. It's like when Victorians used to go to the beach and like flash a bit of saucy ankle.
What came to me, like women in their bloomers or whatever you called them.
And they used to get in like
get the
carts.
ankles out and everyone go mad.
Yeah. I think that's me. I'm clearly
ankle
a
fetish.
Victorian. I have an ankle fetish and I'm not. And this is
So cankles are not the one for you.
cankles are not the one for me. No. I like a guy who works out and like looks after themselves and presents themselves nicely. But yeah, we can't do cankles.
Okay. And what is the award you should be nominated for?
The award I should be nominated for, again, I was thinking about this. I like the silliest goose of like of London could like from 94 to 2023, the silliest goose is you. But I actually think it would be biggest fail of 2019.
Oh.
And I'll tell you for why. Because I got quite hooned, quite piddled.
I love this word. I've never heard it, you know.
Oh my God, hooned. Yeah.
I know what you mean because
hooned.
that's the classic British thing of like, if there's a word you don't know, it probably means pissed.
It probably means you're drunk. Yeah, I got absolutely hooned and was determined, to make my way home. At the time I was living in North London, make my way home on the bus. And what do you do when you're utterly hooned at like 1 a.m. in London on a bus? You call your ex-boyfriend.
Oh, that, yeah.
So did that. And I have to say, it's the only time I have ever drunk dialed an ex. So I'm going to, snaps for me.
Yeah.
Maybe the award should be strongest woman.
Some more Legally Blonde.
Yes, snaps. And I was making my way home and then on the phone, having a lovely catch up from the small bits I can remember. And he's a very nice person. He's very, very nice. I was very polite about the whole thing. But then I went to get off the bus. And to this day, I don't know where I was, which is very dangerous, ladies and gents. And we should always
be safe out there.
Be safe out there on those mean streets.
What do they say on those?
City.
Like, done by a professional. Like,
please
do not try this at home.
And you shouldn't try this at home. Don't do what I did. I got off the bus and like sometimes when the bus stops a little bit away from the curb, I'd clearly like put a foot down and just tripped and put my left arm out to save myself. And I was still on the phone. So hand goes down to the pavement, left hand on the pavement, and I like shattered my wrist and my elbow. And a very nice family of tourists scooped me up and took me to UCLH
At 1 a.m.
At 1 a.m. And my housemate only realised I was in the hospital because she had me on Find My Friends and was like, she's not come back, you know, I'm just going to check where she is.
Oh my God.
And
imagine seeing that on Find My Friends.
Literally, she's like, why are you in hospital? And yeah, so she got in an Uber. In the days of Uber pool, she got in an Uber pool and then headed over. So that was the biggest fail of 2019.
Okay, final question. What is the best advice anyone's ever given you?
I've actually got some quite I would say quite wholesome bits of advice that I wanted to chat about today. One is my very cute mum said, don't choose someone who's not choosing you. And I think that is a very, very important thing. Key. And it's a painful lesson that you have to learn through much trial and much error. But
I agree. I've done it many a time. Yeah.
And I do think it is one of the most important things for just life in general, not just when it comes to love.
I think friendships, actually, that can be really tricky. Yeah. I've learned the hard way then that if you realise that you're probably putting in a lot more effort than someone else, like maybe you're texting them all the time, just a friend, and then you were like, what would happen if I stop? And then you stop, they don't talk to you anymore, and you're like, oh wow, they weren't choosing me. Like you said, I was choosing them, but they weren't choosing me.
Them. And that's really, it's a very personal, painful thing. But
it's like a big form of rejection, isn't it?
And it's really, it's a testament to the kind of the relationship or the friendship you have. If you wake up every day and if you choose that person, I think, talking more in the romantic sense, I was in a long-term relationship when I was a bit younger, and waking up and choosing that person every day is a massive deal, and it shows commitment, and it shows it's everything really. So don't choose someone who's not choosing you. I've learned some great things from work, and I used to get I do event production, and I used to get really upset if things weren't perfect, you know. I think we're all self-proclaimed perfectionists, but especially when it comes to events and things looking good and things getting the right people there and blah blah blah. Someone was just stay in your lane. Just stay in your lane. You worry about the things that you can affect and control, and just stay in your lane. And and I thought, actually, that's such a good shout for so many things. There are things worth getting upset over and worrying over, and there are so many things that it's just not worth your time or energy. Yeah. So stay in your lane.
Okay, we're gonna find out what a friend has said about you as to why someone should date you.
Drum roll, please. I hope they've been kind.
5 reasons why I should date one of my best friends. Number 1, always wanted to explore North London? Well, now you've got your own personal tour guide. This girl lived in North London for the grand total of 1 year, and now counts herself as a North Londoner through and through. That being said, don't think I've seen her on a night out other than Clapham for a long time. Number 2, loves dinner and drinks for a first date. Nice and easy one. That being said, make sure you ask her about her allergy requirements before you go. She'll be sure to tell you at least 4 times, but always worth checking just in case a new one has cropped up. Number 3, little do people know this girl used to be a budding actress when she was younger. I've personally seen an Oscar-nominated performance of pretending to be interested in men's sports. Boys, you're never going to know the difference. Number 4, this girl is all about variety. See her at 7 a.m. one morning at One Rebel Spin, and then see her later on that same evening heading into the Swan, paying that extortionate entry fee. Number 5, all jokes aside, my friend's absolutely 10 out of 10 catch. Well worth a message in for a date.
Wow, she's very good. She is very good.
She got in a lot there.
She did. 5 reasons. Look, I lived in North London for a year. But it's true, I only go out in Clapham. And I will swear, I was I will never go out. I hate Clapham, blah, blah, blah. I'll be rolling out of Cafe Sol. I'll be, let's go one more. So, yeah, no, that's That's a fair assumption. And also on the allergy front, I'm just gluten free. Guys, I'm just gluten free. There's nothing else. I'm gluten free and I don't love raw fish. Like, that's it. That is everything. There is nothing else you need to know.
I love how you cleared that up. I was just about to ask. I was like, come on, I need to know all these allergies.
No, she's making out that like you can only feed me air and tap water. No, I can eat all sorts. Just don't give me a piece of bread.
But I swear, like
die.
every restaurant now does gluten free.
Yeah,
like
it's great.
It's so common.
Also, I don't know what she's talking about because I love cooking. There's one of my passions. So she gets all sorts of wonderful treats that, you know, outrageous.
She's the fussy one.
She's the fussy one.
I also loved your Oscar nomination for trying to be interested in men's sport.
Look.
That is so
It's
funny.
no secret. I love a sporty man, but do I love the sport? No. Me and this friend went to a rugby game, my first ever one, like in the flesh. I mean, I'd been to like school ones back in the day.
back in college days.
I'd been to a few rugby games.
And that was probably just
friendlies.
just to go see the boy you fancied.
Yeah, 100%.
I used to do that. Oh, it was shocking.
100%.
Just go watch the games on the side and look all cute.
I'm there for
in my long
the
coat.
game. In my long coat. Looking like a football
my
manager.
ankles out.
Ankles. Oh, God damn those ankles. I went to this game and I was like, I can so see why you want to be there because look at these boys. Look at these gorgeous boys. And she was like, you are unbelievable. Unbelievable. Final
round, this or that.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you decisive?
Yes. I just had that lyric in my head actually. You know, it's a Justin Bieber song and it's like she's indecisive, she can't decide. That was echoing my head. But yes, I'm decisive. Let's go. I'm ready.
Okay.
Tangents.
Would you rather be allergic to dust or never laugh again?
Allergic to dust.
Yeah.
I'm all about the laughter.
You're laughing a lot, yeah.
I love a laugh.
You're a laugher. Would you rather eat a box of dry spaghetti noodles or 2 cups of uncooked rice? That's random for you.
I'm going to go for the spaghetti noodles. Obviously, they must be gluten-free. But yeah, I think uncooked rice is going to be too hard, whereas like everyone's got to be honest.
I've had a nibble on spaghetti.
We've all sat there and had a little nibble just to see if it's still
a whole box.
But a whole box is excessive. And like, would it like...
If you were drunk, I reckon you'd gnash through that.
I probably did last night when I got in. Post Maggie's. Yeah, I'm going to go with spaghetti.
Yeah, I would go with that. I think rice also could be a bit, I don't know, just a bit gross.
Yeah.
I've never nibbled uncooked rice, whereas I have had a nibble of spaghetti.
You had a
nibble. I don't know why. Why do you do that? Like,
I
not
don't know.
just...
We all do it.
Yeah,
though.
we all do it. I swear, like, if someone told me they'd
it.
never tried dry spaghetti, I think I'd be a bit like,
them.
Well,
I don't trust you.
Yeah.
I don't like this from you.
I feel like as humans, we're so weird in that aspect. Like, we all do weird things and we just don't talk about them.
Yeah.
But we all do them. Eat dry spaghetti. Just try, just a little taste.
Go on.
I think we're just curious.
Yeah. If I was to get a date from this, that would be my question. I'd be like, go on, be honest.
Have you ever
nibbled dry spaghetti? Because I know the answer's yes, but if you say no,
I need to do
flag.
a poll on this. I actually think that everyone should have done that. And if you vote no, you're weird.
If you vote no,
when this comes out, I'm going to do a poll.
Okay, excellent. Thank you.
Would you rather know the secrets of everyone on Earth or know everything we don't know about the universe?
Oh, I would say... I'm going to say I don't want to know everything about the universe because it's just going to be too much. So I'm going to go everyone's secrets because everyone on Earth.
Yeah, everyone.
Because
so many.
There's so many
it's
secrets.
Quite overwhelming, but fun.
I think I'd be able to like suss out who's a friend, who's going to be a good boyfriend. Like,
that's true.
Who's I'd know. Like, oh my God, it would be amazing. Like, you'd be like, did you get that thing I asked you to pick up from Sainsbury's on the way home? And they're like, yeah. And you're like, I know you're lying.
Yeah.
I got your secrets.
So and you know if they were lying about nibbling spaghetti.
Exactly. But we know that everyone does it. I know it.
You'd already know. You wouldn't even have to ask that question.
I know you do it. Yeah. I know you've done it. I know what you did last summer. You nibbled dry spaghetti. Admit it. I'm picturing in like a police interrogation room with a really harsh light being like, say it, you know you did it.
I am a human lie detector.
You nibbled it. I'd know everyone's secrets, but I would also add that like I feel like I'm quite a good keeper of like if someone tells me some information and they're like, you can't tell anyone. Because like for work, I like know the shows that are coming up in the next season and I have to like keep that under my bonnet, you know, that kind of my bonnet. A Victorian woman back at the beach, ankles out.
With her bonnet.
So I'm a good secret keeper. So I would, you know, I might know them all and I might judge you, but I will keep it safe.
Okay. Would you rather have one nipple or two belly buttons?
One nipple or two belly buttons? I'm gonna go with two belly buttons.
Yeah?
Yeah. One's all right. Two might be better. Two might be better. And I quite, you know, quite like my nipples as they are. Like, where would the one nipple go? Like,
I don't know.
Between the boobs?
I was kind of just picturing one missing, which doesn't seem too bad.
One
but I think I'd be more
be...
self-conscious about that. I feel like maybe the two belly buttons can just be a party trick.
Be like, hey guys, look at this.
Yeah. Or it might look like an innie that's kind of just like, if it's next to the other one. I guess it depends where it is.
Yeah.
I was picturing it like right next to the other one, but it doesn't necessarily say that. It could be like on your leg.
we would need some more context. I'm picturing two belly buttons like a stoplight, like on top of each other.
Yeah, me too.
Like a green
Let's
man
go
and a
with
red
that.
man. Like,
I feel like if you're getting another belly button, you can choose.
Yeah, and then you could get like some cool piercings, like
a double belly button.
Double belly button piercing. Yeah, I think like you could jazz that up.
Yeah,
but
like
I'll keep my nipples as they are. Thank you.
Yeah. Ooh. Not sure about that. Maybe the double. I've got one, and as in mine's pierced.
Yeah,
and
I've just got one nipple. This is a safe space. You can say that. That's lovely.
I've just got the one belly button. Funnily enough,
I also have the one. Is yours an innie or an outie?
The piercing does freak me out sometimes.
The piercing.
And to change it, I sometimes feel a bit sick. Because you're like basically putting it through your stomach.
Yeah,
like it's quite an odd.
It's quite.
I only change it like once a month because not once a month, once a year. That's too much.
Once a day. Have you ever, like when you got your ears pierced, I'm guessing you've got your ears pierced, you've got some
I've got, oh no, sorry.
You've got your ears pierced.
I've only got two, so I've got four. I've got my double helix and I've got my lobes. Not double lobe.
I remember changing my lobes, like for the first my lobes. Just swap them out for a different lobe. Changing my earrings to be specific.
Size lobe do I
after I had them first pierced, and like, I feel like again this is a universal thing that we've all experienced. Like I definitely thought I was going to pass out.
Yeah,
I was like, this is death. It's coming for me.
The ears I literally don't give a shit about, but it's something because I think I have to like lie down to do it, and then you like push it up through.
Oh gosh,
yeah,
it's a lot. It's quite visceral.
It put me off getting any other like body piercings. Like I can imagine nipple, that would be really like quite awkward to change yourself, or just making me feel a bit gross.
Yeah, my sister got both her nipples done, and that she was like, they look great, but also our parents don't know. So mum, dad, if you're listening, teehee. Sorry, sis. Whoops. She says she's good at keeping secrets. And another thing, she loves them. Didn't have, but she's very hardcore. My sister, she's like,
she probably doesn't.
She's made of tough stuff.
Yeah, not pathetic like me. Okay, final one. This is so random. Would you rather use a push lawnmower with a bar that is too high or far too low? Like,
I'm gonna say,
where does that come from?
Far too low. I think you can get more purchase on the grass.
Yeah,
if it's low.
Far too high, I don't think you could use it.
Yeah, no.
Low, you're just getting a bad back.
Yeah, and I'm 5'6", so like I can't if it's too high, like I can't. If you want me, look, you'll rarely find me mowing the grass. And I feel very safe to say that. This is a safe space. You won't catch me mowing the grass because I suffer from awful hay fever.
Oh, yeah, fair.
So, yeah, I simply can't. But
simply have to hire someone.
I simply have to, yeah, no. And also,
or you've got to do it.
Who's got a garden in central London? FOMO. So, yeah, look, I'll do it. I would prefer a sit-down one, though, like the one that you ride around, like a tractor. And that's my idea of fun.
Putting that in your London house?
For all that garden I have in South
What's
London.
That tractor out there? Oh, just my lawnmower.
It's just my lawnmower. For what? Lawn. It doesn't matter, still have one. I would go too low. And then you could turn it into like a bit of a workout, like perhaps you're doing like
Yeah, like squats while you're like doing a sumo squat while you're lawn mowing.
Well, it's like squat in one position and then mow a bit. It's
Yeah.
I'm gonna go too low.
Nice.
I like that.
Or I was thinking, could you push it with your foot?
Yeah, you could push it with your foot.
Maybe.
For sure.
Save your back a bit. Just
Save that back a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, got to look after those backs because we're not getting any younger. And
Yeah, my back's got so bad recently.
no, I had to tell work. I was like, do I need a new back support? Oh God,
A new chair, new setup.
chair.
My desk setup's not
please
correct.
can someone arrange
Yes,
a back transplant for me?
Okay, we're done. That concludes the podcast.
Oh, thank you so much.
Survived.
This is hilarious.
Do you have anything you'd like to close with?
Anything I'd like to close
Final words
with?
for the daters?
I love a date. And if you want to go on a date with me, let me know.
If you think you could be the perfect match for this character, contact the podcast on Instagram at Single Sounds to receive their details. Thanks for listening to and supporting Single Sounds, and you can guarantee I'll be back next week with another city single. Have a great week. See you next Tuesday.